As I said earlier in the last video, that Prophet escaped the assassination that was the courage formed against him by 7 different tribes. So the Prophet left for Medina, that is migrated to Medina. That was the beginning of Hijrah of the Muslim today. Two things are involved. Number one, it was a wise and divine decision because it was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him to leave the Mecca for the Kafir in order for him to relieve himself and his follower. That's number two. Then number three is for him to reinforce. We all know that Prophet went to Medina and they accommodated him in Medina. They made him their leader and he was living a peaceful and tranquility life in Medina. You can see that it was a very great strategy of a leader to migrate from the place of persecution to the place of peace and tranquility. After the Prophet had lived in Medina for years, he now thought of going back to Mecca. So when he entered the Mecca, that is, he conquered the Mecca. They call it Fatih Mecca. So he conquered the Mecca with 10,000 soldiers. So when he entered the Mecca, all of them, they were dispersed. They were running away from him, that this man is coming to take revenge on them. But the Prophet did not take revenge on them. The Prophet said anybody that entered the house of Abu Sufyan was safe. This Abu Sufyan was the one that was masterminding all the wars that fought against the Prophet Muhammad. These were the people that fought war against him. They did not allow him to have peace and tranquility in Medina. They still fought him after he left their place so many times. These are the people that killed his beloved uncle Amsa, and he was also mutilated. This is the city that his followers were brutally persecuted, brutally murdered. When he conquered Mecca, he did not take revenge on them. He said, I want to do the way Yusuf والسلام, did to his brother who put the Yusuf in the well. That is, he forgave them. The Prophet forgave the people of Mecca. And majority of them embraced Islam on that day. Even though the Prophet was so powerful then, but he was powerful and wise as well. So he did not use that power in order for him to revenge, in order for him to try to massacre and kill all of them. He used his power to give them unconventional amnesty. That is, all of them were saved. Nobody is going to be killed today. I'm going to treat you as my brothers, and majority of them embraced Islam on that day. Can you see that when we say Prophet was the greatest man that ever set foot on the surface of the heart, who in this world today can do that? Can give amnesty to the people that persecuted, that killed his followers, the way Israel is fighting war against Palestine today. They are still claiming that they want them to release their hostages until they win the war after they have already killed over 30,000 people. They still continue killing. But they were doing all this thing because they were not Muslim. If they are Muslim, they would have said, let us negotiate and solve this problem once and for all. Islam is a religion of peace that teaches us how to live in peace, coexistence with our neighbors, whether they are Muslim or they are not Muslim. What we need to emulate from the life of Prophet ﷺ was the amnesty that he gave the people that persecuted him, that persecuted his followers. That is, he forgave them, and many of them, they became his friends. What we're going to learn from them is for us to have the heart of forgiveness to our fellow human being. Anybody that offends us, let us forgive and forget. That is the best way a Muslim can live his life. You cannot continue keeping grudges forever and ever. You have to forgive and forget. I think nobody has ever done what they did to the Prophet ﷺ to you. That is what the people of Mecca did to the Prophet ﷺ. Nobody has ever done what the brothers of Yusuf ﷺ did to him. Everything they did to Prophet Yusuf ﷺ, everything they did to Prophet ﷺ as evil now became good for them. Because Yusuf later became what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has destined for him to become. Then Prophet also became what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has destined him to become. That is the greatest man that ever set foot on the surface of the heart. That is the one that we are referred to today. We will continue to refer to him as the greatest man that ever set foot on the surface of the heart. That is the man that came and forgave all his enemies. Why can't you forgive your enemy? Why are you continue keeping grudges against your enemy? If your enemy is ready for peace, let us have peace. Let us be real followers of Prophet Muhammad and try to forgive our enemies. Salaam alaikum.